Hello everyone, welcome to my Blender tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to animate dominoes in Blender. I will try to be as specific as possible. And yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, you are going to want to right click or select this light source. Then I don't want this here, so I'm going to press X, delete it. It says okay, you press delete. Then for now, I'll move this camera. I won't move this camera, it doesn't really matter. And I will take this, I will select this by right-clicking it. I will go to this materials page. It looks like a cube. I will keep this name as cube. Actually, I will change it to Domino by left-clicking the text and then just typing into it. I will bring this, I will go to the Z or the Z down here by location. I will press 1. And you can see if I rotate down here by pressing Alt and then scrolling with my mouse, I can see that it is on the plane. And then I want to go to add mesh plane. Then you'll see if I scroll down, or if I move it, you'll see that there's a plane here. Then I will go to press S and then type in 10 on my computer. And then go back to S and do 5. The reason I did 10 and then 5 again is because I just don't want to do 50. Okay, so now I'm going to make this look like a domino. I'm going to make this 1 high. I'm going to keep it 1 high on the scale. I want to go to the Y. I want to change that to 0.2. I want to go to the X, and then I'm going to change that to 0.5 just by typing it in. You'll see here now we have a pretty good shaped domino. If you want to play around with it a little bit more, make it thinner, thicker, anything, that's fine. Then I want to go to materials. It is this circle looking thing. I will go to diffuse. I will select a color. Why not? Let's go blue, light blue. I want to go down to here, select mirror, and then press the little arrow. It'll drop down. And this is where it gets a little hit and miss. First, I can see I've rendered it and it is dark. So I will go to the world. I will select ambient occlusion, and for now I will leave that as 1. I will go back into the materials and go into this little blue, or to this little circle down here. It is the viewport shading, and I will press rendered, and it'll show me my domino. And now this is where it gets a little hit and miss. I want to make my domino kind of reflective, so I can just make it look kind of like a mirror. I'm going to go with 0.05. I can do that just by typing it in. So now I've got my domino. I'll just move around with the Alt, or with the option. I guess it's Alt, either way. Then I want to press Shift, and before I do that, actually, I'm sorry. I want to go to physics, which is the little like bouncing ball. I want to press rigid body, and then it'll be selected as active. I want to go down here to this little thing on the side. I want to press the arrow down at the bottom by rigid body tools. Scroll down and press add active. It will now be inactive, so if I were to rotate this like that, and then press the play down here, I will see that it just fell out of the world because I have forgotten to press rigid body. So I want to select the planes, or the plane down here, press rigid body, and then press add passive. So now that'll keep the domino from falling over, and you'll see that the domino stands right up and falls over. I'm going to go back into here, select domino. I want to go into the cube looking thing. Set the rotation of all 3 of these to 0 just by clicking them and then pressing 0. So now that I've got my domino back, I want to press Shift and then D and then right click. And that means there are basically 2 dominoes here. And if I press the play animation button, you can see that. Now I want to move this domino over to here. And then just repeat the process. Press Shift D, move, Shift D, move. Like that. So if I were to rotate this domino, let me show you how to do this. Press R, X, and then just move it over with your mouse. Like so. And then press the play animation button, and it should knock over all of the dominoes without failure. And if I were to go into the viewport shading and press rendered, I can see that they're still not that transparent or that reflective, but that doesn't really matter. It was just for added effect. It is not necessary. So I want to go back to this little domino type thing, press the X and do 0. So now that'll put it back to there. And then I want to be able to knock these dominoes over. So to do that, I would like to go to Add, Mesh, UV Sphere. And this sphere is pretty big. So I'm going to press S, -3. Well, that didn't work. Well, I thought that would work. I haven't actually tried that. I'm going to press S and just shrink it down to around here is good. And then I'm going to press Add Active. Go to the Rigid Body tool, and you'll see it's already selected there. So now if I were to play this, let me move it over a bit. Just grab the green arrow and press play. Let's make its mass a little bit bigger. Let's press, you go down to mass, and then you just press 10. Replay the animation, and it knocks over. I can see that was a little too much, so I'm going to lessen it to 5. You can play around with these at your own discretion, just whatever you want to need. I want to make this different color, because I don't think that looks nice. So I'm going to go to there, press New, Diffuse, and then let's make it a nice red. So that's what it looks like rendered. Go back into Solid. Does texture work? Texture works, but it doesn't look as nice. So go into Solid. I would also like to make this a different color, my plane. So I'm going to select the plane. I'm going to go over to this textured thing over here. It kind of just looks like a square with dots. I'm going to press New. And then I want to go and select Image or Movie. I want to open a picture. So I'm going to go into here and select Images to JPEG. This is just what it's saved on my computer. And press rendered. And I actually didn't apply that. So now I go back to the material, still selected as the planes, and then press New. And then I have to repeat the process. I'm sorry. So if your planes already had a material, that should work, but if it didn't, then it doesn't. So you make the new material, you go out, do the same process, just go to your textures, image or movie, and select open. I'm going to go to my downloads and select images to JPEG. Now if I were to render this, this should work, and as you can see, let me just zoom out, it is a floor. And that is pretty much all you need to know how to make your own dominoes. If you would like to make a domino tower, you can Shift D, rotate at 90 degrees, press R, and then I believe it is Y, 90, and then after you rotate it, you can just bring it down to 0.5, I believe. Yep. And then that should work. Just press play animation. And I see that 5 now for the ball was a little too little. So I'm going to select the ball. I'm going to select 7. And I'm going to play the animation again. As you can see, that domino doesn't knock over, but it does move. And of course, you can play around with it and make whatever you want. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you liked the video, please like it, share your support. If you have a question or suggestion, leave it in the comments. If you make a video out of this, I would like to see it, so please post it in the comments, and I will try to watch it. If you really enjoyed and want to see more, subscribe for future updates, and I will see you later. Bye!